thought Amy Adams was pretty abysmal in this film. That no matter how much I really despise Amy Adams as an actress, not someone I would watch again. Starting to really like Amy Adams. Arrival is directed by Denis Villeneuve. That is pronounced horrifically wrong, but he's the director of Sicario, Prisoners, and Enemy, all three of which are 4.5 to 5-star films, especially Prisoners. Prisoners is one of my favourite ever films, and possibly one of my favourite ever Jake Gyllenhaal films. Arrival is now added to that list of just purely amazing films. So Arrival stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Forest Whitaker, and that's pretty much it on the major cast front. But that's all you really need in this film. I'll get into that in a minute. But the plot of the film. So again, I might just start using like a clip where I just say the same thing over and over again. I'm going to keep this very, very brief because I think it's best if you go in not knowing a lot about the film. I went in seeing one trailer, the posters, not wanting to know a lot about this. Honestly, I wasn't that interested in the film, but I did go in knowing very little about it. So I'm going to give the shortest plot synopsis I can possibly give. Amy Adams is a translator. These alien pods that come down, the pods from the posters, and then Amy Adams is, because she's such a good translator, she's like, mate, you got to translate these aliens for us now. And everyone's like, but she can't translate alien language, and then she translates alien language, and that's basically the plot of the film. And that is literally as far as I want to go on plot synopsis, because to be fair, that's a solid chunk of the film. I mean, there's way more than you'd expect of her just interpreting the language and her just saying, oh, I like this language. There's way more of her just interpreting the language and her examining it, and that, to be honest, is kind of enthralling and exciting things. It's not on the edge of your seat action. It's not, maybe not the action film that the trailer can make out to be. I think it's a lot more interesting, knowledgeable sci-fi. This isn't Total Recall, this isn't The Hunger Games, this isn't Independence Day. This is pure, realistic sci-fi, and to be honest, if aliens attack, this is probably the most realistic interpretation we ever are going to get of this. As I said, this is a slow-paced film. This is a film that takes everything slowly because it needs to take everything slowly. You're not watching this film thinking, oh, can't wait for the next big action sequence. You're watching it to know more about these aliens. You're asking the same questions that they're asking, and you want to know the answers as much as they do. The sense of urgency is always there. This sense of time is running out. This sense of these things could be dangerous. Everything feels real, but on a normal level. It doesn't feel like we're going to the ridiculous high stakes of the world's going to end in Independence Day. It doesn't feel like we're getting that, because that's not what the film's trying to show. It's trying to show a realistic examination of what would happen if aliens attack. And in all honesty, it does that. Arrival shows something that no other films will. And it does that in such brilliance that I don't think hardly anything's going to be able to top it. And that's mostly down to Denis Villeneuve. Denis Villeneuve creates such a brilliant world here. Obviously it's Earth, but the ships, every single shot is framed perfectly. From the cinematography, just to the set design, to everything. It's a bleak, colourless film, but yet there's so much life to it. It is a beautifully well-made film with an amazing soundtrack, an amazing cast, beautiful cinematography, beautiful framing, amazing direction, and we're not even got started on the cast. So the cast in this film, Amy Adams is the central character, and everything about her is just so likeable. And I don't understand. I can't stand Amy Adams, and she's just so brilliant. Again, she's just so enthralling and exciting, and she just feels just so real. And it just feels so real. And that's probably the best thing about this film. Everything in it seems like it could happen. It all seems plausible, yet it's all so much escapism. Now, this is a spoiler if you class it as a spoiler. I personally wouldn't class it as a spoiler because someone told me already. I've seen it all over. Everyone goes on about it. This film does have a twist in it. And in all honesty, going in knowing that, I was looking for the twist. Obviously, I was looking for the twist. And I don't think I've ever been as shocked as I was by a twist. It deserves every single piece of credit it has for its storytelling. It's a slow burner that even by its twist is a slow burning twist. But that moment when it finally clicked in my head was one of the most satisfying moments I think I've been to in the cinema this year. The woman sat next to me was like, it was like one of the adverts from Cineworld when they're all like, everyone around me was just in awe at what they'd just witnessed. Because in all honesty, it was a mind-blowing twist. And I never, ever saw it coming. And if you deem that as a spoiler, I'm sorry. But personally, that made my experience. The storytelling and the way it was made just all came together to make this brilliant masterpiece of a film. From every creative aspect, to the amazing acting, to the brilliant storytelling, you will come out of this film in awe. And if you don't, I don't really know what's wrong with you. This is film at its best. A slow-burning film with an amazing payoff that just keeps you enthralled, and just your mind is just set on this film. I love films that take you to another world. This took us to another world right here on Earth, and in all honesty, that was the best thing it could have possibly done. Amy Adams has managed to create not only one 5-star film this week, but 2 5-star films. Arrival blew my mind. I'm going to give Arrival 5 stars out of 5. And there we have it, another review. And if you liked that review, go and check out my review of Doctor Strange, or Ouija, or Nocturnal Animals. Another Amy Adams film come out this week. And also coming up is my review of American Pastoral, and a podcast, and that special video I talked about, my Nocturnal Animals review. There's a lot coming up. I hope you enjoy. If you did like this video, comment down below if you've seen Arrival and you were blown away as blown away as me. And thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please like, subscribe, and stick right here for all the latest new reviews.